Hey y'all, I am VictorｙÄ. I help provide insight to empower, and I wanted to speak on something that I've discovered recently within myself when it comes to dating. So I went on a date recently, and even before that, just being on Tinder in general, I've noticed that there's a part of me that one is still hung up on not even the girls from the past, but like the idea of getting back together. And then in actually going into dating, wanting to get back to the height of a past relationship and skipping over a lot of the steps, needed to establish a good foundation for a relationship now. The last girl that I was in a relationship with, it moved very quickly. There was a very quick attachment, and there was a lot of anxiety. Looking back, I can see that I felt a lot for her, but there was also a lot that I felt so much because I had been holding that back, waiting for permission and waiting for an outlet, really. So if all this love is held back or retained, it's like closing the floodgates, and then when somebody comes along, it's like the floodgates are wide open. Instead of having more, I don't want to say like narrow, or more adequate channels for that love to flow through healthily. Because I've seen a lot on social media, like this pattern of, people calling themselves overlover, like recovering overlover or something like that. And there's almost a sense of pride in that. There's like a small tinge of the other person is wrong, right? If I'm an overlover, then the other person is wrong for not having the capacity for my lack of boundaries. So in dating now, what I'm seeing is that it's a difficult thing to do. It requires a lot of energy and effort, but it's a very hard choice for me to make. A lot harder than I would like it to be, but I mean, it is what it is, and I'm at where I'm at. But the choice is one of, it almost feels like settling. It almost feels like losing. It feels like losing. It feels like losing because then I have to throw in the towel on the past not working out the way I wanted it to, and then having to deal with what does that mean? Like, who am I? If I lost, if I didn't achieve that thing or get that person, and then coming into the present with somebody now, and it's the foundation for a more secure attachment, but there's also a lot of disappointment, and that's not something that I want to bring into a relationship. So there's a lot of me holding me back. There's a lot of story creation and a lot of resistance to moving forward. Because I can make up, all the stories of not wanting to hurt this person or not wanting to start something off on the wrong foot with somebody. but really it's a resistance to moving forward. And that's what I have to sit with in order to actually move forward.